Alright, so making this into a second video because, man, that tire installation took a while, lots of footage. Yeah, alright, so we're going to be putting the hardware back on this thing, but the first thing I'm going to do is clean these rims because I made a mess out of them getting these tires on. Just going to use some old-fashioned brake clean. I'm going to start on one side. Brake clean really cleans everything. It's not just for brakes anymore. You know, I haven't yet, although I don't know why. I want to take this opportunity to thank my wife for supporting me in all the nonsense that I do, all these crazy things that I want to do with the time, with the very little free time that I have between being a husband and a father, for supporting me making the videos, for supporting me with the business project. I couldn't be luckier. And no, I'm not really just saying that, and she didn't make me say it either. As you can see, I'm putting to use my Shiny Paints new shop stool, and honestly, again, I can't believe I've gone this long without it. I would have been doing this on my knees otherwise. You know I keep bringing up learning, but honestly, I mean, like, the only way we're going to learn is to, well, it's not the only way. We'll learn without making mistakes, but in the absence of a teaching model, you're going to make a mistake and you're going to learn from it. The only hope we can possibly have is that our mistake isn't so catastrophic that, like, we can't go back from it. In regards to, for example, the paint on the rims getting a little messed up with me putting this thing on. It's not ideal, but, you know, I'm not angry about it. It's unfortunate, but, you know, if anyone's going to mess something up on these rims, it may as well be me, or else I would actually be angry at someone else, which, you know, it's not good to be angry in general, to be honest with you. Anger and things like stress are bad for your health, so it's best to avoid it where possible. Yeah, it's looking pretty decent to me. Okay, so torquing on the rear disc is 35 Newton meters, and it requires blue thread lock. I have the official Suzuki thread lock that the manual recommends, and it is thread lock 1360 medium strength. It's not blue, which is kind of interesting. So we're just going to put a dot of this on. In case you guys are wondering, no, I don't have a driver. I don't have a power driver, but maybe I should have a cordless driver. Okay. Okay. All right, 35 Newton meters. Newton meters. 35. Newton meters, and we are on. We'll start with this one here. $35. $35. $35. $35. $35. All right, let's turn her around. Do I balance the wheel with all the hardware on or off? You know what? Make your thoughts known in the comments below, please, because I'm actually interested in knowing how you guys do it. I'm putting everything on, and I'm not saying it's the right or wrong way to do it. It's just how I'm going to do it. There's a lot of differing opinions. Put them all on, put everything off. I mean, it doesn't... Oops. Put that one on the wrong way. So the time has come to apply super grease. Suzuki Super Grease A to the hub. So for the sprocket hub here, calls for grease in this inner side here. So there's some grease in there. I'm actually going to give that a quick clean. I'm gonna grab a fresh towel. I'm just gonna wipe that old grease off. Just a little wipe. I'm not going to use any kind of solvent or anything like that. Just gonna check the wheel bearing. Okay, looks good. Looks real good. Wheel bearing is minty mint. Okay. Now, I know I just said Super Grease A. The manual calls for Super Grease A. This is Super Grease C, which is the only thing available on the website. So it is kind of browny chocolatey in color. You know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to put on a fresh glove. It doesn't matter if I contaminate it with something else. I don't know, but I'm going to go with it matters to me. That looks like enough. Let's close that down. All right, we're going to get our sprocket on. Now, the service manual calls for lube in between the rubbers here. I don't think it's going to be necessary. Okay. And the torque for those bolts are, or for those nuts rather, 60 Newton meters. I suspect that's going to be a little bit harder for me to hang on to, but we're going to try anyway. This is something that another mechanic taught me, and these tips are honestly so, I don't know what the word is. I mean, they're not dumb. They are actually excellent tips. They're just simple and effective. So for example, I use the 14 millimeter socket quite a bit, and I just had to go looking for it. So I'm going to mark it with a piece of tape. Oh, it's going to be hard to hang on here. Beauty. That one's ready to go. Again, I don't know the right answer if all the hardware has to be on or not, but we're going to do it anyway. Alright, so when I took these things off, I marked them left and right. Doesn't matter. It matters to me, I guess. And I guess that's all that really matters. Just going to give these quick spritz of spray clean. I feel like I'm putting on a record on a record player. Torque is 18 Newton meters. Look at that, eh? Guess there's nothing much to say here. that. What did I say it was? 18 Newton meters? Yes, 18 Newton meters. Here we go. 18, at least will be easy to resist by hand. So one of the things you learn along the way of doing things for yourself is when you're tightening bolts to do it in a star pattern. Tell me if that's a proper thing, because it's something that people have told me to do that I've always done. So, all right, let's do this quickly because this thing is resting on the disc now. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I'm gonna take this off right now and I'm gonna clean the rim. Totally forgot to do that. I'm gonna take it off and make my life easier. Clean the rim. Let's use this. Yeah, we'll use this down here. Let's do this. I got all excited there, like, you know, I'm gonna get things done quickly, skipping steps. Okay, at long last, we are on the last task of the day. That is balancing these suckers. Exciting stuff. I know I don't sound that excited anymore because we've been doing a lot of different things. So let's grab a wheel and let's get these things balanced. So we are going to follow the instructions provided to us by Motion Pro on how to mount the wheel, and that is with the stand laying down. Oop. Let's put that on. How much this particular mounting position really matters, I'm not sure, but we're going to listen to Motion Pro. That is in there. Let's get this back up. Okay. Okay, I'm going to test the level of this thing again. That is correct. That is correct. So I don't have a table in here. This is the absolute best that I can do. We're going to try to make it the least wobbly possible. And we're going to grab some tape here. Alright, so we got this in here. We're just going to give it a little tug. See where it falls. I just realized that the tape that I had on the wheel is not on anymore. Probably came off while I was cleaning it with brake clean, so alright. Okay, let's put a piece of tape up there, and we're going to put some weights on it. Yeah, that's actually where the lightest part is. So I'm going to start with either half an ounce or 14 grams, whichever way you want to consider it. So I'm just going to put this up here. Temporarily. Okay, so I got half a gram or 14 grams on there, so I'm just going to position this here and see if the heavy part wants to go down again. Okay, let's put this over here. Wow, I guess half a gram is all it's going to need. Really? Let me put this over here. put this over here. Looks like it's only going to need half a gram. Nice. Alright, I'm going to take off the rest of the adhesive backing and we are going to put that on there. I'm just going to hold it for 30 seconds. I like it when things are so easy, especially after a difficult day. A day of difficult tasks. I don't think this is going to work with the rear tire, to be honest with you. But I'm going to try anyway. Let's put the sprocket side inward. Here we go. Let's put this on correctly. Whoa. All right. Make sure this is at least somewhat stable. So interesting how it's settling more or less where the lightest part of the rim was as well. Interesting. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing as before. We're going to start with a couple of weights. So starting with the same. Just going to detach a corner of the adhesive just to get. Okay, let's put a weight in there. All right, just a little corner there. Wow, this adhesive is actually quite strong. Okay. We got the adhesive on, got the weights on, and let's start a little bit here. See if the heavy part wants to go down again. Alright, so I guess it just needs half an ounce or 14 grams again. Let's start over here. Let's start with a little bit up there, see if it falls anywhere. Take the rest of the backing off and stick it on. We're good. Oh, yeah, that is indeed correct. Let's put this on. And again, just going to hold that for 30 seconds. All right. That was a day, wasn't it? Well, we learned a lot today, didn't we? Or at least I did. If anyone watching this has also learned, you know, send me a note, you know, through the comments down there and tell me, you know, was this helpful? Was my experience in hardship helpful for you so that you don't make the same mistakes? A couple things I will say. I mean, here's what I've learned. I haven't really had time to really compose any of this, so this is off the cuff things that I've learned that I know for sure. Number one, changing tires yourself is not, I wouldn't call easy, to be honest. To some, perhaps it may be easier than to others, but I don't have the benefit of a tire machine. If you do, fantastic. If you want to take your motorcycle to a shop to get the tires changed, there's Nothing wrong with that. In choosing to do this, one, the tools are very important. I don't know if there are better tools than what I got here. The bead breaker, I don't think is any better than just using the spoons. They both scratch the rims. There's no going around it. Taping the spoons helped a lot, I think, but rim protectors are a must. I think for my next tire change, which I'll probably do myself, I mean, I have all the tools, I'll probably get maybe the Motion Pro rim protectors and give those a shot. These are really hard to use. I mean, the plastic is fine, really thick, and I think they work for the purpose that they have, but they're just hard to use. They're hard to put on, they're hard to take off, they're hard to move around, so that's kind of annoying. So I think maybe I'll invest in the Motion Pro style ones. Did I mention it's hard to not scratch your rims? Because it is probably impossible, even if you're using the rim protectors. The insides obviously don't matter much. I got them repainted on the inside, as you noticed. There are a couple of dings on the edges, mostly on the front rim, which is the one I use these spoons to get the tire on. That one there has a couple of noticeable to me, but to others will probably be invisible. And I don't even know, oh, I do know where the paint job imperfection is. You can't see it. There it is. But you can't see it. Alright. And of course, how could I forget using the Axis truing and balancing stand from Motion Pro. It works well, and I'm using it on a rickety box. So I have the thing's moving. What the heck? Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not gonna mess around with it. I'm gonna leave well enough alone. Where was I? Learning. As for using the truing stand, it seems to work. If you have a better surface than I, it'd probably work even better. But I mean, even with this, it seems to work fine. As far as I've measured, everything is level, and it's easy to use. No complaints. So what I'm going to do, and I know the instructions say to not take it off on this side, but I'm just going to take it off on this side. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to turn the wheel around and just see if which way do I have to go? Lefty loosey. I'm just going to turn the wheel around and just see. Okay, I can see why the instructions say to not do it this way, so. I'm going to leave that in the video. The next thing I'm going to invest in is going to be a workbench. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's been a long day. Or a long evening, rather. It's fine. Okay, we're gonna stop messing around with this. It's time to wrap this up. I want to thank everyone for continuing to join me in this adventure. For me, anyway. Thank you everyone for watching this and all my other videos. Again, please like. If you found this entertaining, share it, please. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please visit motoarchive.com. Lots of things there to check out. I'm Polo, and the next Moto I'm not even editing that. The next Moto breakdown is going to be cleaning up some bits and pieces of the motorcycle while the tires are off. And I'm going to see you then. I'll see you on the next Moto breakdown. Oh man. Cheers.